What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video. Today I'm actually going to be doing a video on our boy DSP and him running into some possible legal troubles. So our boy DSP apparently, as everyone knows, changed his podcast name from the Pre-Stream Podcast to the Level 1 Podcast. And when that happened, that rang a bell. It rang a bell in my ear because I remember hearing a previous podcast called the Level 1 Podcast. It was something else. And, it just stuck in my head, but I didn't think much of it. And I just haven't had much time to do any research and so on. I saw some Twitter stuff about it and some stuff out on Reddit. Also read a couple things about it on Kiwi Farms. And apparently there is a podcast that exists that's out there that's called the Level 1 Podcast. And they found out that our boy Phil is using their name and actually submitted a cease and desist letter to Phil, which of course the idiot ignored. So it seems like the Level 1 Podcast, the original folks, actually, I don't know if they have enough, money or clout to actually get a legal team to actually do anything legally against this. And that's probably why Phil is just ignoring it. But yeah, I wanted to share a quick video out there. It's by Swallow Dawn, Big Ups Pimp. I'm going to link his video in the description. So you guys can check it out, give him a like, give him a follow. It's a good video. So I'm going to play it, then I will provide my commentary right after it. All right, pimps.
I made a YouTube short about the greatest content creator of all time, Phil Burnell, lashing out at a fan that was definitely not I, for advising him to change the name of his newly christened Level 1 podcast, lest he have to deal with trademark infringement issues? Well, one of the progenitors of the original Level 1 podcast, which is still available on Apple, reached out to me via email recently. They expressed gratitude for the short and told me they don't want to be confused or associated with DSP. I can't imagine why. So they emailed him to request he change his podcast's name. How did DSP respond to this? By ignoring it.
Well, in DSP's defense, he probably gets about 100,000 spam emails into that Hotmail account that he uses for everything in the world. And he probably sends everything to the trash folder because he's just an idiot and doesn't understand how to use email for proper business purposes. So it may be that he's just not aware of it, but I doubt it. He pretty much, I'm sure he does know, and he's just plain ignorant and just doing what the hell he wants to do. So let's keep watching the video.
Mind you, they contacted him via the same email address DSP checks every day after stream and has linked in his official About page. The former podcaster extended to me that he's emailed DSP 3 times. First, a courtesy request, that is politely asking him to change his podcast name, then with the trademark infringement notice, and then with a formal cease and desist. There's no way DSP hasn't seen it. There really isn't much else to say about this story. I'd raise that it's surprisingly contemptible behavior even for DSP not to deign to reply. But this is ultimately a combination of the two tenets of Phildom, to be incorrigible and to be lazy. If he's betting that this won't go any further legally, he's almost certainly correct. But I'm curious, how will his fans feel about this matter? Morally speaking, Mr. Burnell doesn't have a leg to stand on here. Now, on a separate DSP related note, and
Okay, the video has some other content that they talk about, but my focus was regarding the Level 1 Podcast and the whole Phil infringing on these gentlemen's podcast names. So I actually did reach out to these folks. I was able to get an email address for that Level 1 Podcast, and I just sent them a quick email, let them know who I was. I told them I was going to be making this video, and that I essentially told them if they needed any help regarding getting any legal help, I just need to find out kind of where they're at around, and I can probably help them out with some of that. As you guys know, I do have some legal representation in my family, so I'm pretty sure I can probably touch base with someone in my family that is willing to do some pro bono work and at least get some letters going, get some legal letters going and send it out. So I'm just waiting for them to respond to see if they do respond. I'm not sure if they will or not. If they do, I will definitely share that in another video that I will post. But yeah, it's pretty shitty of Phil to do something like that. I mean, when I heard that Level 1 Podcast, that name, when he changed it, it kind of rang in my ear like, oh, wait a minute, I know someone. And I thought it was actually a detractors podcast that they do on DSP, the Level 1 Podcast. Basically after Keemstar kind of called our boy Phil, being stuck on level 1. And that's what I thought. I thought maybe they did content on YouTube, or maybe they did Twitch. I wasn't too sure. So then I did some digging, and of course I got busy and dealing with all of the copy strike crap with my on my channel. I just didn't have much time to really dig into it. But big ups to my boy that sent me a link to this video. I appreciate your help. Actually, you know what? Hold on one second. I want to make sure I give my boy here some credit. So let me just find that name. Comments. Let's see here. Where is it? I'm trying to. Oof, man, where is his name? I got a lot of comments, pimp. So, let's see. I definitely want to give my boy some big ups and some love here for actually posting in my comment section. Let's see. Is this it? Wait up. I'm sorry I'm dragging this on, but I'm just trying to give my boy here some love. Oh, come on. All right, it's not a big deal. I mean, I did want to give him some love. What I'll do is I'll probably be posting something about this on my community tab, especially if I hear back from the Level 1 podcast. And then I'll definitely find the person that gave me a link to this video and give them a big shout out. So that's essentially it. If you think this is pretty crappy on Phil's part, why don't you just go to his stream and let him know in his chat how crappy he is, and tell him how he's probably breaking several rules and laws. And what I would do is, if the Level 1 podcast, the real Level 1 podcast, actually listens to or watches this video, I would suggest they reach out to YouTube and file a complaint. Definitely do that. That doesn't cost much to do. I mean, it doesn't cost anything to do that. And then definitely reach out to me, either in my comments or reach out to my Twitter or anything else. And I'm more than happy to help you try to get this resolved, pimp. So anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Peace out.